Alright, good morning. So, I bought this Land Cruiser after I watched the terminal list. Now, technically, this is not the exact Land Cruiser from, well, I think that's pretty obvious given the color. The exact Land Cruiser from the terminal list, that was an FJ62. This one is an FJ60. Okay, so the difference is the FJ62 has the square headlights at the front. It's also got more bells and whistles like electrically operated windows. Mine is crankers, which is awesome.
Cranks, like crank.
But this thing needs a lot of work. Outside, it looks okay, but on the inside, it needs a lot of love. So what I'm going to do today is rip off the seat covers. Now, I've been driving it this way for a while. I'm going to rip off the seat covers, and I tried undoing some of them, and I was struggling with them, and eventually I just because I'm not going to keep them anyway, so I'm just essentially either cutting them off or tearing them off, because the way they got tied up there underneath, it's super tight, and I actually don't have the time to struggle with seat covers on a Saturday morning. So I'm going to build this into one of the most badass Land Cruisers you've seen. So if you want to see that, I'm probably going to document that process more on the second channel, because it really doesn't fit in too well with the main channel. But so far, I know I said this about the previous Land Cruiser that I had, this FJ45. This one, by far my favorite, and the big reason for that is it's got space. You know, I can put the dogs in the back. Louis, come say hello. Come here. You haven't seen Louis in a while. Ah! Say hello, Amal. How's it? Like and subscribe. The dogs go in the back. We take them to the dog park. We can take them to the beach. It's way more functional than obviously the other one we had. But other than the paint being in relatively good nick outside, it needs a lot of love. I'll show you guys, I'll take you around the vehicle and show you some of the things that are broken. For example, the stereo system is... This channel and birds. The stereo system pretty much doesn't work. Some of the window winding things are gone. There's some rust spots on the doors. There's a radio thing on the front where you would click in sort of an old school two-way radio. So at some point in its life, this car's almost 40 years old. It was obviously used on a farm, but it is a beautiful day, sort of not too bright outside. I actually flew a lap with the drone this morning just to show you guys how freaking stunning of a day it is. I love days like today. It's my favorite type of day. And on weekends we get to do stuff like this, although just now I have to go for breakfast with the family. So, but I'm going to get the cruiser ready because we're absolutely taking the cruiser. I got this little thing because at some point somebody spilled oil all over the carpet underneath that seat. So this has helped a little bit, but all of the carpets and the stuff are coming out. I've also got a rev counter here, a tachometer that I need to try and fit, because the one that, well, when I got it, there was nothing in there. It was just an empty hole. But now I've already got another one in, but turns out that was from a diesel one. So I have to connect this little guy up and see if this does the trick. I'm a little nervous to see what the state of the seats are underneath these seat covers, because judging by how the seat covers look, probably not great. Adjustable headrest. Not bad for 1984. But getting these off has turned out to be quite challenging. I just spotted something which is hilarious. So this is the one from the driver's side. This is the one from the passenger side. It's awesome. God, I thought I could. That doesn't look too bad from the back, actually.
That's what she said.
Michael, please.
There he is.
Please.
Mwah! Come on.
Oh, nice. That's way better than the seat covers. Oh, awesome. Quite cool. Okay, that looks alright. It's definitely better than I was expecting it to look. I was a little worried when I was cutting the seat covers off that there would be giant holes everywhere. Ooh, this seat's not great. Okay. I should possibly not have cut that off. Oh, like a month. Okay, so as you can tell, the driver's seat's not in great nick. Obviously, this part specifically is going to take the most punishment getting in and out. I am having it completely reupholstered in about 2 weeks, so this is how I'm going to roll for the next few weeks. So then, of course, you've got hidden gems like this. So this is on the driver door, where whoever's elbow has been riding for 40 years, it's literally worn through. I don't think this qualifies as leather. This is like a vinyl type material, and from the little bit of sweat and stuff, I mean, it's like rusted an actual hole in the door. And then all the weather stripping and stuff like this is completely toast. The chrome, there's rust in here. The window mechanism barely works. Not to be operated from the wrong side, but you really have to crank this
Okay, come back half of the cranks you just did.
to get it going. But I love it. My other problem that I've been having is that this rear quarter window is broken, and I've gone to 2 glass places, and because of the age of the car, this is proving difficult to source, but I think I'm on the right track. And this does actually cause, I mean, it's not going to fall out because it is laminated, as you can see. That's not an empty piece of glass, but this will probably cut your hand. Relatively safe, but as you're driving along, you know, it adds to the 1,000+ rattles that's all over this beast. Now in the rear, it's very much the same. Doesn't work. I need to replace these guys and get some new gas. Can this lock? Nope, can't. I don't know why I was expecting that. But I mean, the inside of this is completely trashed, as is the inside of this. I'll show you guys a close-up, but this needs some panel beating. This is beyond what my capabilities are. And obviously definitely a respray. I believe in the past they had like carpet on this too. The carpet in the back here is not great, and actually none of the carpet in this car is great. These panels have gone missing over the years. The headliner is poked full of holes, and it's actually a disaster in the back here, to be honest. Might have bitten off more than I can chew with this project, but we've never been known for doing something half-heartedly, so it's going to be awesome. Okay, so there seems to be a missing bolt there, which means that if I pull this to unwind, that whole seat should come loose. Oh my shattered nerves. Oh, you guys don't want to see what it looks like under this. Person definitely owned a Labrador of some kind. My goodness. I don't want to damage anything here. Well, not that it would really matter, to be honest. Okay, so classic example. Window winder. Window actually works alright. But that's... okay, up is a problem. Then also shifting through the junk, I found this bolt. Okay, that's definitely too big. But I found a bolt that goes somewhere. Also, there's this, which I'm assuming is an element that the seatbelt needs to go through there and then around, because these things were like under the seat. And surely they should be here. So the seat's been folded back incorrectly. Like they should be there, and then this should... should click in there. Give it a little bit more. Okay. Wat op aarde gaan hier aan? Haha. Okay. And then if that goes back in, we should be good to go. This other sort of bracket to keep the rear side of the seat on that side is also missing. I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop that guy out, run down to the hardware store and fix that seat properly. The other day I also accelerated pretty quickly because this does have a V8 inside, and my entire driver's seat like dislocated and I almost fell into the rear of the car. But I was driving in sort of an industrial development where there's literally no cars. It's like a private piece of property where I'm looking to buy a piece of land. More on that later. Okay, let's get this off. It's like I don't know what kind of gremlins I'm gonna find every time, so it's a little scary. An angle. This off. Okay, another carpet out. I definitely think I'm gonna take the vacuum cleaner and just give this a good clean out, even though everything is gonna come out here, like everything is coming out in about 2 weeks, but it's gonna freak me out just knowing that that's what it looks like underneath here. I also need a Phillips screwdriver because this rear seat cover is sort of clipped in here, so I'm gonna do that, which is gonna take a little bit more time. I promise you guys, those birds aren't like sound effects that I put in. That's just how it happens. As soon as we hit record, the birds go ape. Now, this rear carpet is attached to the back seat over here, and if I undo these, this sort of skid plate type loading bin clip, I should be able to essentially wash the rear carpet, which might not be a bad idea. But considering that we're going to do reupholster the inside of the vehicle soon, it's probably a waste of time. To be honest, removing the seat covers 2 weeks prior to reupholstering the entire vehicle is probably a waste of time too. But I wanted to see what I'm sort of working with, what the extent of the damage was here. Oh boy. I was going to say just now that the good news is I haven't seen any rust down here, but this is very much surface rust, but rust nonetheless. There's a saying that if you stand still next to one of these old cruisers for long enough, you can hear it rusting. Because back in the day, they just didn't have the primers and the stuff that we have nowadays. So, I mean, the good news is on the frame of this car, there's no rust. Okay, now, the $1 million, what does it look like on this side? Not bad. Yeah, I call that a win. Yeah, it looks, other than that, not bad at all. Honestly, I think what could have happened is, at some point, this carpet, what is that? There's like grease and stuff everywhere. At some point, I think, when this carpet was cleaned, it was attached to the back of this while it was still damp, which would explain the rust we see here. Okay, let's get this refitted. Right guys, so I have to take the family out for breakfast. I'm gonna come back this afternoon and just vacuum out all of this crap that's essentially scattered all over this car. There's so many things in here that I don't know what it does, why it's there. I'm finding things all the time. I'm finding more broken things all the time, which is kind of to be expected. And as I look around this, I'm so excited for the transformation we're going to put this vehicle through. So again, really doesn't fit into this channel that much. Although a lot of you probably like Land Cruisers, but if you want to follow that journey, I'm going to upload sort of as and when on my second channel. I've been sort of, you know, with that channel, I don't really know what to do there, but I think this project is a fitting project. Initially, I wanted to do a gaming channel, and then I realized I have no time to play games anymore, which is sad, but it kind of is what it is. Anyway, so, okay, I need to pack all this away, pull it in, take the family for breakfast, come back, vacuum it all out, and then put it back together, which, I mean, where we are now shouldn't take too long. So, anyway, again, this is going to be one badass cruiser when we're done with it. So on that note, if you clicked on this video as a result of the Land Cruiser, I welcome you to the channel. We usually do some shooting stuff, which we'll get back to in the next video. Cheers guys, have a lovely day. Thanks for watching, bye.